Welcome back to Project 94 for another diecast review on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Martin Truex Jr.'s 2022 Auto Owners Insurance Martin Truex Jr. Foundation paint scheme. So this is one of his own sponsors, of course, collaborating with Auto Owners Insurance. And it is yet another diecast with chrome numbers. So how cool is that to see on this paint scheme? And it's a Toyota with chrome numbers. Another one, just like the Christopher Bell paint scheme with the DeWalt. That was a cool one to see with the chrome numbers. And we're going to take a closer look at this diecast. So, obviously, we're starting to get some more diecast reviews on the channel. And, of course, stay tuned. Every weekend, we will try to get videos up. If we're not able to get anything out throughout the week, we will try to get reviews on the weekend and try to get multiple, so that you guys have plenty of content to watch on this channel. As well as go check out the Flash Racing Cup Series diecast series, which is still me filming them, but it's going to be on 9446 Network, my cousin's channel, which of course he still has up. And I'm bringing that up because this paint scheme is probably more than likely going to be in the next race, so that's going to be really exciting to see as far as the diecast series goes. But let's just talk about the paint scheme today for Martin Truex Jr. that we got here. So, and of course, to start off the video on a great opening note, so to speak, we got 2, 3, 4 paint chips on the grill right here. Holy cow. I'm pretty sure a tiny print of another one of those Toyota grill decals will fix that. But as far as the way the car was shipped, that is pretty bad. Oh well. Sometimes we'll get diecast like that. That's kind of been the way it was throughout the entire year. Anyways, got number 19, Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota Camry. Other than that, it was perfectly wrapped. I don't know how a scratch like that can happen. Because, like, that part is, like, in the nose. It's, like, so far in there. And if it hit in the front, how would something go in and chip it there? Like, were they applying the decal on and then their fingernails screwed it up? Yikes. Anyways, you got the Sherry Strong logo on the hood. This was, I remember seeing this at the Indy Road Course. I think 2 years in a row he ran Indy Road Course special schemes like this. You got the Auto Owners A, the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. You got Toyota, Truex Jr., Sunoco, Goodyear, NASCAR Cup Series, the Chrome Gold. Number 19 right there. You got TRD, Sherry Strong, Martin Truex Jr., Auto Owners Insurance, Bass Pro Shops. You got Toyota, Auto Owners, Cessna. And what is that other logo? I really cannot read it. It is too small for me to see. And of course, the JD Gibbs logo right there. I wonder if they're going to start putting Koei's name on there for these Gibbs cars. It's one of the things about them that they could probably do. You got DeWalt right there. You got Bass Pro Shops, Reesers. And of course, the back, you've got Camry, TRD, Sherry Strong, Auto Owners 19, and the Toyota logo on the bumper right there. And of course, we're going to take a look at these. And wow, the way these are placed. Like, they had a white box outline around them, and they couldn't even line that up right. Like, how are these decals put onto these cars? I seriously still don't know that to this day. Got Auto Owners Insurance. You got, what's that, Doosan? I'm not sure if that's the name, but I kind of remember it being that, but I've never been good at pointing that logo out. But you have it on the car. Next to Interstate Batteries, Mag Tools, Lincoln Welder, Siemens, Mobil 1, and Sherwin-Williams. The DeWalt kind of sticks out with the black and yellow on top of the blue. I'll bring that up. Kind of goes with the rest of the scheme. Truex and AutoOwners.com. For the paint scheme, this is actually a gloss finish for the blue and then a matte wrap. So they painted the car this color first, the blue, which is almost like a dark blue, kind of similar to the matte version, but it's now glossy and kind of a different tone. But the wrap is actually matte. So as you can tell, it goes from matte, is it? Are my eyes? Oh, it's definitely my eyes messing with me. I literally thought this was matte. Like, that's just how much the color, it just makes things look kind of different than what they are with some of these. But this is actually gloss, so my mistake. I actually thought this was matte. But looking at it now closer, it looks to be the same gloss. It's still nice, though. I still think it looks good either way. Of course, you got the Biofuel logo right there. You got the black splitter and the black spoiler. And, of course, we're going to start taking a look at the scheme itself. Now, the standard Auto Owners is matte. That's the car that has the matte finish on it. I'm going to correct that for you guys. You got the pixelated front end. The back of it only has a piece of it, which we will get to. Got that gold yellowish, just the normal color of it, not the chrome. And of course, it's got the front of it, of the pixelated pattern, and then the rest goes to being similar to the primary. And now the Gibbs cars have an issue with the hood vents. So you can see the A covers up the other hood vents. So these hood vents are actually underneath the decals, which is a mishap of how they distributed the decals. So all of them are going to be like this, unfortunately. But it's still recognizable as the scheme, at least. But let's try to get those hood vents fixed on the Toyotas. As far as I know, the Toyotas have that issue much worse than the others. But there are some that actually get it on to be proper, but this is not one of them. Now, the rest of the pixelated patterns got that turquoise, the light blue, the dark blue, just all the shades of like the bright blue. It's almost like turquoise almost, which is really interesting to see. The sky blue, and it's just kind of just patterned around the front, just squared and just pixelated, which I'm really glad they're keeping these style paint schemes for next year. These are really the best that Auto Owners has to offer, and of course, it's going to wrap around the front wheel well. And it's going to go underneath the number, which is going to have the chrome on it, which we will get to after we look at the number color. So let's get into that, and then we'll continue looking at the side, because that's going to build up how it blends into the paint scheme here. Got the white outline, the yellow outline, the blue outline, and the yellow number fill-in with the dark blue outline and the white. Very, very sharp for the roof, and the back is going to have that style, number 19, and the front's also going to have it. Very small. And now on the sides, the white outline, the blue outline, and the chrome number fill-in. So as you guys can tell, it's got a chrome effect to it, which is really, really cool. Look at that. Look what it does to the camera. Look at what the chrome is doing to the camera. I mean, check that out. That is really, really cool. And of course, in past videos that I've done, back when I was on the 9446 channel reviewing these cars, the camera would always get like this, where it's just really, really reflective. And I pointed that out in the Christopher Bell review, which, by the way, guys, all those original videos are still available on the playlist. And we got a piece of black rubber paint chip right there, which is, I'm not even going to try to scrape that off, because I'm not taking, oh, actually, it's coming off. Wow. It's actually coming off the car. So what is it with these extra decals? You guys see that decal coming? Wow, look at that. It's literally hanging on my thumb here. Look at that. Just snap that thing out of existence. Anyways, back to the side, which we're going to continue with before we got distracted by that and the numbers. It's going to have that very, very light blue wrap behind that number 19. And then, of course, part of the little cross, a little symbol for cancer. You've got the little ribbon, the yellow part of it, and then, of course, the blue is going to just streak across the side towards the rear quarter panel and goes back to being the checkered pixelated pattern. It's going to touch up on both sides, and the rest is going to be that normal dark blue. So, yeah, quite the paint scheme. Normal black rims. Would have liked it to see maybe bronze rims if they allowed the colored wheels to come back. That would have been really awesome, but that was not offered. I gotta tell you guys, the way these logos look on top of this paint scheme kind of makes it look cool, like especially the Bass Pro Shops, the Reesers, the Sherry Strong. I mean, it just makes the paint scheme stand out even more, just with the sponsor choices of Joe Gibbs Racing, just the way it pops out on this car. If you're a Martin Truex Jr. fan, you're definitely going to be looking for this one, because this is a personal sponsor associated with Auto Owners now. Sherry Strong, very small underneath the hood. That's another cool little detail. I like it when he puts that on there. It's really cool. It just looks really awesome. Nice little tribute right there. Would have been cool if the top numbers were allowed to be chrome. I believe that's a rule that was changed. No more color-chromed roof numbers, so that would be unfortunate if that's the case. The black roof rails, the black spoiler, which, yes, these things still chip very easily, so you're going to have to be careful with that as you collect these. Now we're going to give you guys a 360 view of the car. So here's the front of the car, here's the hood, here's the right side, here's the back, here's the deck lid, here's the roof, here's the left side, and the underbody of the car. Sometimes I still call it the chassis. Just look at the hanging bits of plastic on these rivets right here. Normally, and I'm going to get off topic again, when you make diecasts, because I actually make custom diecasts, and I may show it to you guys on the channel which ones I've done before. But just look at that, man. Look at the way the plastic, and I know it's underneath of the car, and a lot of people are saying, I don't look underneath my cars. I don't either, but you should probably get the plastic cleaned up. I mean, look at that. It's just hanging there. Just the way these factories do these cars. Like I said before in previous videos, I'd hate to think of the factories these things come out of. But yeah, you got hanging bits of plastic on the rivet right there. And of course, just leftover paint. You gotta clean this up. Usually when I make customs, I always get that cleaned up. And these guys can't even do that. So these guys need to be careful with the quality control. It's actually getting pretty bad. We got PTC molds. I'll just make a separate video ranting about that at some point. But as far as the paint scheme, I like the paint scheme on the car. Just the quality's a little weird with the hanging plastic and the paint chips on the grill and what have you. But as far as the paint scheme, you guys a bit of more close-ups of it. Just the sheer beauty of this car is just fantastically unbelievable. Just look at that. Chrome numbers. This is truly a beautiful paint scheme, guys. I'm really glad Martin Truex Jr. was able to get this, or Lionel was able to produce this for him. We kind of do get a good chance of getting these cars made every year now. It's starting to get better than in years past, so in terms of these auto owners' cars. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the Diecast review. That will just about do it. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next Diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.